On the table today at Squirrel Stampede, you have to see the Rainbow Friends mini bundles from Phat Mojo collection. We're going micro scale now with Rainbow Friends. They've gone several scales, but then we've got jumbo scale with this giant blue too. I hear he says some things. Also, I think Glitch is back on the table. Where has Glitch been? Everyone's been asking. We've got new mail. New mail. In fact, we have lots of new mail. For some reason, my postmaster did not tell me I had mail in my box, so we opened it up and it just fell on top of us. So we're gonna start catching up with Glitch and some fan mail this fall, and we've got a couple great tubes to test out. So it's Rainbow Friends, a mini Rainbow Friends on the table. Let's see what we can pull an army of friends of Rainbow.
Squirrel Stampede.
Please swipe,
Share.
and squirrel line.
This is a Rainbow Friends mini bundle ball from Phat Mojo. They're pretty interesting. I've already picked up a couple. You can see we found green and a lookie and a orange. The scaling reminds me a lot of the Five Nights at Freddy's Faz's Busy Stations we looked at earlier in the year. A sized down minifigure from what Phat Mojo typically does. Glitch is back there. We haven't seen Glitch in a while. She's alive and healthy, and we'll check out some Glitch mail in a little bit through the video. I'll admit, my postmaster forgot to tell me I had mail in my box. So we're way behind the squirrel mail, I apologize. And then of course today, this giant blue Deluxe figure I've been holding onto for quite some time. So what's inside a mini bundle ball? They run approximately, $10 to $12. A little crazy high. What has happened to the world? I do like resealable containers, so that's a good thing. This one has green on the cover with a few looksies and 3 micro figures inside, along with 3 sticker cards is the deal. Well, let's see what green will reveal. That is one tight watermelon. No, that was a tight watermelon. Hey, not a bad pull to start the day. Funny, green was on the cover, but it's all blue and cyan. I gotta say, I dig this scale of minifigure they've got going. I like it. Are they going this way as it's more cost effective? I'm not sure. It's an easier scale to kind of take around with you everywhere. What's in everywhere? They kind of have ugly stands to hold them up though, but maybe that's a good thing because many a time their regular minifigure just pop down and fall. So what do we get here? We got Glitch going back there. We got cyan looking all dinosaur-like. We got a lookie in cyan clear and a translucent blue and a translucent marbly blue. Pretty. Like the FNAF, I feel like this scale yields a better variety of like rares and interesting things, right? Are people still playing Rainbow Friends, by the way? I've just started regaming myself on my gaming channel. Last week we played SpongeBob Tower Defense Simulator. So if you want to see me get back into gaming, it's over at Squirrel Stampede Gaming. And I'll try to weekly upload again on Saturdays, I think is where I weekly upload. Alright, well the other cool thing that's really cool about this, and it's cool, are the stickers. Carded stickers, and they're a little more flashy and reflective. What do we got? They should represent who we found in the pack. So there is number 7, cyan. Look at that reflective foil. They're not a hard card in any way because they're also could be used as a sticker. Reverse side Rainbow Friends. Then we've got green versus a lookie, number 14. Does this correspond to this? I don't know. And then, well, this would correspond better, wouldn't it? So there really wasn't any card to correspond with blue, so it feels like this might be a random card thing. In the previous pack that I had opened, we had just this bunch of character there, eyeball heads, and an orange and a green, which did match the figure, so it's a little bit, who knows. So I guess the deal is I've got to arrange these in sequence of numbers. So like my lowest number so far is this number 4 green. And my highest number is this 26 one here. So we'll open a few more and we'll see what we can organize here. Let's take a look at an orange ball now. Who doesn't get a kick out of old orangey? Oh boy, but actually it's been way too long since I played. I'm forgetting what everyone did on this game. I just like the colorfulness of this character collection, really. These guys are funny. We have a couple Rainbow Friends just haunting us in the house too, by the way. Okay. Already a repeat. What do you think about repeats there, Glitch? Glitch is what she's working on right now is I put food on this side, and she's taking the food from this side, and she's looking at us right now. And then she goes over here, and over here behind Blue, I've got a little bedding chamber there. And she doesn't like it at all. This is daytime for her. She's a nighttime sleeper, and that's why she doesn't show up on channel very often. I feel so bad waking her up. Where were we? What did we find? Well, not too bad, actually. Another looksy guy in red, and then green. Ooh. He's like metallic. And then, well, a second orange. I am unknownly none. I have what? I really don't know how many we're looking for here in this collection. I do not know how many are made. So I'm just kind of guessing, and we'll see. I've picked up about 6 of these spheres now in total. I don't really want to pick up any more, or we'll just go into repeat bankruptcy, but yeah. Okay, so well, I guess these are all new to me in a different style. Like, so green here is in metallic. My previous green was in a matte, and now I've got a flat matte orange, and before we had found a metallic, so we've kind of continued on the metallic series. And now we've got a red looksy eyeball-y guy with a head of eyes, googly, looking at us in red. So it's feeling like each pack is going to have one of those and then 2 figures of the colors. And our cards. I think the cards are one of my favorite part, honestly. They're looking so good. There's an orange. Orange, you glad I didn't say tomato? There goes Glitch back there. She's so cute. I'm so glad I got her on screen today. And what do we have? So orange, and so, well, this is my second orange card. The previous one was our number 9 card. And so you can't really tell. One is kind of like an animated version, and the other is kind of like a 3D version in print or so. Oh, this is an interesting one. It's the blue Ferris wheel. Okay, they're getting really creative with these. That's a really fun one. And another look-see. Am I saying it right? Looky-see. I don't know. I feel like I'm off tonight on that. Yeah, lookies. I get a little confused with the name. She-Ra or something had like a looky character too you would try to find in the cartoon. We're talking dozens of years ago. How about a bundle with blue? So each of these have some of the main characters on there. I have a lot of orange covers, but this one is a blue cover mini bundle. And inside it could be anything. 3 more figures, right? Who would we like to see the most? We have not seen yellow or purple. Do we ever see purple? Isn't purple like in the grate, under the clouds, something like that? So we got a couple of the colors we're still hunting for. And I may have seen a yellow. Now, one of these is an imposter. I think that's a Mr. Beast Swarm's B-Cell Bunny in here, one of my favorites. And yeah, there's a couple yellow finds. So what do we got? We got another looky in yellow. This is a good color to contrast. We've had a couple blues here, and we got a nice yellow to drop in. And Glitch over there is like, how do I get out of here? How do I get out of this tunnel? And well, we'll get her back into her main habitat soon. She's just having a weird day. There's a blue, a regular blue, and maybe a metallic yellow. I can't decide yet if I prefer the metallic collection side or the matte collection side. They're both pretty neat. I guess I'm kind of leaning towards metallic, the way they shine. And here's the first matte blue we have. Like it. Just a good scale for placing around your gaming station when you're playing some Rainbow Friends or some other fun things, like fish. And somewhere in here, one of these. These are kind of just like repeated, easy repeated repaint characters, aren't they? But they're filling the table. They're filling up the table. Check out the cards. Oh, we may have found the number 1 card. Obviously, blue gets number 1. Blue always seems to be first. Then we've got green at 10. Do I have that one? I do not have that one. That is the new one. And a bunch of lookies, which we do not have. This is the second card of just a bunch of these guys. Well, at least they're giving you a chance for all the mains pretty easily. Okay, so here are a little bit of where we are at color roll call wise. I like to find a few more interesting colors. We got a couple more packs, see what we add in. It sure would be swell to find a purple, if indeed purple exists in here. Oh good, a red though. I'm short on red, so that's a good one. An actual red character figure. A blue metallic, ooh, that's like 3 different versions of blue and, well, a tomato. That could be fun. So I would say, you know, probably stick with no more than 5 of these, even though these are way overpriced. It's really sad how far things have gone. There is red. That's a really nice looking red. He always makes me think of an ant or something, like an ant in a suit. There's our blue in metallic, and he's in the same stance. I can't hold him, he's flippy. He's in the same stance as this guy. So we've got some repeated many often in figure standings. And now for the question of the day. Is it an orange or is it a red? What do we have? It's orange. I couldn't tell for a minute there. Good, because we have a red already. We're quickly collecting up all of the colors of the lookies. That's gonna be goodsies. And that was a pretty good one. We're continuing on really well. I've pulled from the same shelf box. I always recommend, I didn't see a code or anything. I wasn't really looking. But I always recommend, at the very least, pull everything from the same shelf box, because then you have the greatest chances of not repeating yourself out. And who's in this group? Well, got a red in number 3. We've got a group photo of green, orange, and blue. Why do they look so happy? And more lookies. Another... How many of these do we have seen? There's like several lookie cards here. Several. Like in group photos. That's the third full group. Heavy group. We've seen just like the cyans hanging out, but like, you know, that altogether grouping is fun. That brings us to our final ball, and then we'll check out Giant Blue there, and then we'll also check out Glitch with some mail. She's really working on transporting all that food from here to there. Actually, she's kind of just keeping it in her cheeks because she's not really sure what's going on. I think she's just excited to be in a different spot. Sometimes you gotta challenge your hamsters from time to time and give them something to do, or they get really bored. You don't want them doing the diving fall thing where they like stand and fall on their back. That's never good. Okay, so our last ball looks like some interesting things. I don't think there is a purple in this series, and I think we've really completed a good set. So we've got another blue, lots of blue, and another orange in translucency parent, whatever, and a nice deep blue looky. Good looking. So maybe we've collected a round of oranges. Now we've got a translucent, transparent orange in the same stance as what we've seen. We've got a blue in kind of a dance run, which is the other option of blue. We've seen 2 stances of blue now. This one in transparent and this one in solid. And what was the third thing? I'm already forgetting. It must have been this guy. A solid blue looky. Good deal. And the final card stack reveals blue again. I think we've seen, well, this is number 6 blue. We'll have to see what numbers I'm missing in just a second here. So there is blue, orange, and more lookies. Okay, so here is where we're at with what I have pulled today. A couple reds. There's got to be a few more reds in various finishes. Orange, we did pretty good. We got 3 different variations of orange in figure form plus a lookie. Yellow, there's got to be a few other yellow variations in figure form. We just got the metallic and a lookie. And Fredbear there, what? And green is there with just 2 green figures, nothing in a lookie for green. Lots of blue today, all sorts of variations, a double variation and double figure sizes. And then cyan hanging out over here on the end with a figure and a couple looksies. Pretty good pulls of a very, very rainbowy, colorful-y collection-y. And so then cycling through the cards again, what are we missing? We got a pretty good thick stack though. There's 1, we got 1, missing 2, here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, missing an 8, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, so missing 13, there's 15, missing 16 and 17 and 18, going to 19, missing a 20, 21, 22, 23, missing 24, got a 25 and 26, and I'm not sure how taller they go. But that is plenty. You know, I don't even recommend getting that many. 1 or 2 spheres should do you in for some fun. Don't waste too much money on these. They're a little bit overpriced. In fact, I believe 2 of those spheres add up to just this giant guy right here. And this guy may just be more satisfying than a bunch of mini spheres. I guess it depends if you're a micro collector or a giant collector. Kind of cool though, the giants. And this one is blue. A Shake Me Blue, a Shake Me Blue. He's still got his battery tab. I've yet to hear him. He's been just staring at me for weeks. Which isn't the greatest thing to have one of these guys stare at you. Shake Me on the back of the pack. For giant blue. Let's get him out. This isn't disturbing. Do you get all the ties? Do we get all the ties? Yeah, there's just something really creepy about this one. Yeah, I don't know what it could be. I really don't. He's like super heavy. Well, let's pull this tab out so we can listen to him a little bit. Maybe. What we've got. Try me right now. Ah! Oh, he makes stompy noises. Let's go on to full on. Oh gosh. Oh boy. They really got his legs in a great wobble position. They're like on giant ball joints, so you can do that giant wobble with blue, and he's really loud. Swiveling rotationable arms, 360, no reach out, and head rotate. Wasn't that Green's jump scare? It sounded kind of like Green's. Yay. Well, maybe. Well, so there is the enormous. I like the stomping effect. Stomping effect is shaky, noisy, jump scary blue. So yeah, I would say you got like 2 times the money of a sphere. Should get you one of these, which is going to be a little more fun. But stop it. Everyone's got a little bit different collecting opinions on what's better and more fun. Do you like the big stuff, or do you like the collection of Micro City stuff? Because it is certainly fun to build up an army of all the characters, and they're easier to take with you anywhere. Okay, let's catch up with some glitch squirrel mail. Alright, our first letter is from Tade. Did I pronounce that right? That's a very unique name from where I'm from. Hello, Squirrel Stampede. My name is Tade, and I'm a big fan of you, and I really love your videos. Congrats on getting to level 700,000 on Bloxfruits. Where are we at Bloxfruits now? I think I'm closer to 1,200 now. It's been a few months since I've jumped in. I gotta catch back up. I'll always be a fan of you. My favorite playlists are Garden of Ban Skidibby Toilet, and we have more Skidibby Toilet coming up very soon. And Bloxfruits. I like the Bloxfruits too, Tade. I think they're great. And for Glitch, I made a Jumbo Josh tube. Can she crawl through? And that's it. Bye! Great illustration here with the squirrely toilet, the Skidibby Squirrel, Jumbo Josh, and is that Speaker Man down in the corner? We'll drop in, see what Glitch does with this one. This is a great, look how illustrated this is, by the way. This is really well done illustrated-wise. Very layered for Jumbo Josh. Cute. And we'll see what Glitch wants to do with it. I gotta squeeze it open a little bit. It's been kind of flattened. Will Glitch go through? Glitch, right away, Glitch goes through. She's found a home. She's found a safe spot. Dropping this tube in too to see what happens. We'll put it up here. Maybe back. We gotta see them both. Glitch is like, what are you doing to me, Dan? What are you doing to me today? Lots of stuff in this pack. Nice little nuts about squirrels coloring. It's hard to see this one. It's the ink has, it's like melted and disappeared. I see a lot of orange. Oh, I think I see a green squirrel maybe right there. It's so hard to see. It's not coming up on camera. I like your videos. Jason. It could be Jason. I think Jason says he likes the videos. Thank you, Jason. Glitch is on top of both tubes right now. She sees that the top of the container is open. She's like, escape, sweet escape. That has not yet happened, luckily. So from Jason it says, Dear Dan, my name is Jason. I turned 5 last week and I live near London, UK. I love your videos. My whole family do. My favorite video is the Duncurry Tank Squirrel Acorn Tanks. I'm so excited to send you this letter. I have made a Captain Fiddles tube for Glitch. So there's Captain Fiddles. I hope she likes it. Thank you so much for making your videos. We absolutely love them. Your channel is the best. So thank you so much, Jason and Tade, today. We really enjoyed your work. Thank you for sharing, sending some things into the squirrel mail. If you're looking for that link down in the description to send us something, go ahead and we'll show what Glitch can do with a paper tube monster. I think Glitch warmed up to the table pretty well today. She had a good time. We'll get her back into her main enclosure soon, clean it on up and give her a good day for the rest of the way. And what do you know? The mini friends of Rainbow were really fun. I like these micro scale figures. That was a good collection. I like the scale. I like the fun of that. Coming on up, who knows? Lots of crazy things. I think there's a Beyblade tournament almost ready. If you like today's video, please give us a squike, squirrelibus, comment your favorite, most interesting Rainbow friends we pulled today. Thank you so much for watching. Here's some videos that YouTube recommends. That's what I have to say about that.